Hello, welcome to the Lilac Tree Tarot and to a general reading for the sign of Virgo. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It's good to have you here. We're going to do a general reading that'll cover the entire month of August. And just a reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading, so take what resonates and leave all of the rest. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to draw 3 oracle cards for you, just to gauge the general energy of the month ahead, and then we'll get into specifics. We'll draw at least 2 rows of tarot cards, and then we will just talk a little bit about the runes that I drew and the astrological dice that I threw, and then to wrap it all up, I will pull one final oracle card, kind of like final words of wisdom from Spirit. And I do like for readings to kind of work on multiple levels. That's why I pull the runes and the astrological dice. I don't give a lot of time to them, but I do like them to be there. And please use your own knowledge of the runes and the astrological dice as we move through the reading. If you have any insights or comments, please feel free to put them in the comment box below the video. I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, let's go ahead, Virgo. Let's pull the first oracle card for you. Let's see what we got for Virgo for the month of August. Hope you're doing great. Hope you've had a good couple of days so far. All right, thank you, Spirit. Let's get clear. Let's get these clear and accurate messages for Virgo. Okay, we got One Ring Circus. So you may be feeling like a lot is going on. A lot of hoopla, would that be the right word? A lot of shenanigans, maybe? Maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed, like there's just so much to do and you are the only one that gets things done in a way. Or you're kind of feeling like if you want to get something done right, you got to do it yourself. I know Virgos can feel that way. I'm not throwing shade, I'm a Virgo rising, so I totally feel that energy. All right, let's see what other oracle card we got here for you. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Virgo, please. All right, we have the Death card. Okay, and a moth right there. So transformation. You know, whenever we see the sign, the name Death within tarot, we always think of the Death card, right? And I like to look at the bottom of these oracle cards. Sorry about that reflection. Try to figure that out there. We got Rest, okay, and a bear in hibernation. So that's pretty interesting. Now, the thing about that Death energy, especially with the Rest card, I'm feeling like you are in need of a rest, right? Because what the Death card symbolizes in tarot, for me, it's you know, tarot is symbolic language and subject to the interpretation of the reader. But for me, the Death card talks about that stage in, let's use a caterpillar's life, for instance. We've got that moth sitting there on that card. So you know how when a caterpillar cocoons itself and starts turning into goo, and the body just kind of dissipates and kind of, ooh, there's my hand, kind of, you know, turns into mush. That state of mush, that state where all the chemicals are just all coagulating and everything is just mush, that's kind of a stasis part, a time of inactivity, like the bear in hibernation. It's alive, it's there, it's getting ready to transform, but it's in that stage where it hasn't completely transformed yet, nor has it really begun that process of recoagulating and recombining to create something new. So sometimes the Death card can really speak to me of that phase, especially there with that Rest card and the bear. It tells me that you are, you know, you're in that stage this month where you're kind of dissolving in a way. And so you may need a lot of rest because you need to conserve your energy for the big transformation that's ahead of you. Let's see what else we got. We got Don't Let the Past Hold You Back, South Node. Yeah. All right, Virgo. this is just really bringing home that, what I just said, the fact that you're in this massive stage of transformation. You're not going to look at the past anymore. Actually, let me rephrase that. Not that you're not going to look at the past anymore, but I feel that you're transforming in such a large way this month that you will no longer look at the past in the same way. So when you tell your story, hi, I'm so and so, and I blah blah blah, I'm from here. The way you tell your story isn't going to be the way you usually tell your story of the past. You're going to see it in a whole new way. Why? Because you're creating a whole new persona for yourself right now. You're transforming into a whole new person. The person that you were in the past no longer exists. And so when we really radically transform ourselves, we do look at our past in a different way, in a much more forgiving way. And I think that that's kind of where you're headed for this month, Virgo. But let's pull some tarot. Let's get into the specifics of the tarot and see what we got going on, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Virgo. I'm going to turn this card around. Interference. Yep. All right. I just kind of wanted to look at that. Let's look at the bottom of the card. Knight of Wands. Okay. So, yeah, whatever this temporary stop is, it's not going to be here for long. All right, you got the 10 of Discs, the 10 of Wands. Look at that, 2 10s on the table. The Aeon, which is the Judgment card in traditional decks associated with the sign of Scorpio and the element of fire. And then you end with the Princess of Swords. Yeah. All right. So, check this out. Overall energy for the month ahead is that 10 of Discs. 10 of Discs associated with the sign of Mercury. I mean, the planet Mercury. Sorry, I always say that because I get a little nervous here when I'm doing my readings. I can't help it, you know. I mean, the camera goes on and the words get jumbled. But 10 of Discs in this deck, as you can see, has all these Mercury symbols on all of the coins except for one. And I'm not going to get into why that is right now, but it is associated with the planet Mercury. Mercury will be going retrograde, I think at the end of the month, perhaps. I'm not 100% sure. You can look that up. And so I think that communication this month is key for you. Let's pull some more clarifiers and see what we got before I say anything else. 10 of Wands is in your what to be aware of position. That means you are coming to an end of a burden. You're being asked to embrace that Aeon energy, so that judgment energy, a resurrection of some sort. For some of you, this could mean a new relationship comes back into your life, or something from the past comes back into your life. It could just be you reviewing your past, as I said before, and rewriting your story. And then you end the month with the Princess of Swords, which is a really nice energy to kind of push away the negativity of the past. She's my mood buster card, so you can see all those dark clouds at the bottom right hand corner of the card, and the princess has her sword and she's cutting through all of that darkness, leaving it behind her and moving towards bright new energy. So let's see what else we have here to clarify for you. We have the King of Wands. We saw him earlier on the bottom of the deck, of the Toth deck that I just pulled for you. We've got the Hanged Man. We've got the 5 of Cups under the Aeon. And then we have the King of Pentacles. All right. So yeah, Virgo, this is a real month of transformation for you, where you let the negative feelings associated with the past, where you let the disappointments of the past kind of dissipate, turn into that butterfly. They just turn into mush and they just reform into something new. They're resurrected in a whole new form. You are going to be resurrected in a way as the King of Pentacles. So this is real solid energy coming in for you. You've got 2 kings on the table here, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So this tells me that you're really coming into a period of control over your life. Now, again, because of this Ten of Wands and Hangman energy that we have together, I really do see this as nothing more than you looking at your past and seeing it in a new light. Exactly what we were talking about earlier. These cards are just re-emphasizing the same information. But I love that because this new way of viewing your past mistakes, the things that didn't go right for you, the things that that you wish you could have changed, you're going to realize that all of those things made you the person that you are now. You needed those so that you can transform into the being that you are becoming. And that sounds so cliche in so many ways, but that is the lesson oftentimes, or those are the patterns in life that we seem to go through. We have disappointments and then we overcome them. And you're really overcoming them with the Ten of Discs and the King of Wands, and then the King of Pentacles energy coming in at the end of the month. So I really like this for you. So let me talk about the runes for a minute. Here we have the rune of Ingwas, which is the rune of fertility. It's a seed. It's also creativity. It talks about creativity. It really reminds me a lot of that King of Discs energy, the farmer who finally reaps the fruits of his labor, all of that produce at the end of the month. You're going to kind of be there overseeing everything. I like that this King of Pentacles also really brings home that feeling of fall energy starting to come in. So I really do feel like even if we extend this a little bit, you may start to see the results of your labor at the end of the month, but a lot of it may be coming in September and October as well. You also got the rune of Sawilo. This is a rune of light, of hope, of success, of the sun. So this is really, positive energy, abundant energy coming in for you. And then you also got the rune of plenty. It's the rune of Berkana right here, and it's a rune of new beginnings. This rune always reminds me of the Empress card in the major arcana. So look at all this really abundant light energy, fertile creative energy coming in for you this month, Virgo. You also got in the astrological dice, you got Neptune in Taurus in the 11th house. So the 11th house talking about communities, friends, family. Could be talking about new, for some of you, we could be talking about new family members in whichever way you kind of want to see that. Could be in a fertile way, as in actually conceiving. It could be joining families together. It could be creating just, chosen families, but I feel like there is some element there of expanding on your family or your chosen family. You may be joining a group of some sort that brings a lot of pleasure, a lot of joy into your life, but this is something that's going to be really solid with that Taurus energy, something really stable and abundant that lays the foundation for future growth. And you got Neptune, and Neptune is this dissolving energy, right? The spreading out energy, communicating energy. Again, with Mercury, you may be communicating with a lot of people this month as well, or words that you say or things that you put out there may spread farther than you think. So if you are shy, you may want to keep that in consideration, or just expect a lot of attention, or expect for your work, your creativity to reach a larger audience than you expected. Okay? All right, I'm going to pull just 3 more tarot cards. I'm not really sure why, but what the heck. Quickly, I just want to see if there's any other message. When I get one card, I always have to pull it out. 9 of Wands. Okay, so this is just telling me that, yeah, if there's something that you've been working on, really important for you to just keep at it this month, okay? And I think that's the message I wanted to get, that extra card right there. You may feel like things are a bit of a slog this month, but keep at it, because the rewards, you end up with that King of Pentacles at the end of the month. All right, Virgo. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck here you have the Chariot. So we're talking about a real victory here, a real moving forward, an ability to kind of control the reins of your own life. In a way, is how I'm seeing it. You are able to have enough control this month where you don't fly off the handle. You're able to steer the reins of the chariot in a controlled manner so that you reach the finish line, you reach your end goal in victory and success. All right, so keep that in mind, Virgo. If this month seems like a bit of a slog, it is all coming together, even though you may not feel the progress as much as you hope. By month's end, you will see massive change there, okay? Get rest if you need to. All right, I'm just going to pull some final words of wisdom for you from the Natures of Whispers Oracle card. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Virgo, please. Clear and accurate messages for Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, you got perfect setting. How lovely. All right, let me get the book, and I'm going to read to you about this card. The words in the text that come with these oracle cards are just so beautiful that I always like to share the text directly from the book. But basically, also what I'm getting, regardless of what the text says, because I'm not sure if it's going to say this or not, I do want you to be aware of the fact that this woman right here is painting her own landscape. So this really is speaking to me of that creation energy that we were talking about, where right now with that moth card or the death card, you're in that dissolving stage where you've torn apart everything from the past, and now you're in the process of rebuilding it into a new environment for yourself. And so you have a lot of control here, especially with the fact that we have, aside from the Aeon here, the Judgment card, we have only minor arcana cards on the table. So this tells me that you have a lot of control over what you're bringing in for yourself. So now is the time for you to get very clear on how you want to form your future. How are you going to structure it? And we got the sirens really like bringing that home. Sorry about the distraction, but I have the windows open and I kind of need to have them open tonight, so we may hear ambient noises. I was afraid of that, but I wasn't really expecting a siren. But I love it because that just said, hey, listen to this. Okay. All right, let me read to you from the book. Perfect setting. If you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes, all of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and to grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is in all of the details: position, sun, soil, air, water, and nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. All right, Virgo, I love it. This is really good energy for you for the month. And I hope you found this helpful, interesting, fun. That's the most important thing. If you did, if you could please hit that like button for me, that really does help me out and helps the channel grow. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I would really appreciate that. All right, have a great month. I will catch you next time. Bye.